This is a common sight in most of our cities. The city bursting at its seams, overburdened services and failing infrastructure. Lack of basic services has become a way of urban life. In this chaos, we tend to forget that our cities are contributing around 60% of the national GDP and more than 80% of the incremental job creation. The rapid pace of urbanization in our country and the growth of the urban economy has drawn everybody's attention, right from political leaders to policy makers, as well as civil society. We can no longer continue to ignore our cities. Now, the need of the hour is to create socially, economically, and environmentally conducive urban centers. Meeting the challenges posed by rapid urbanization is certainly an uphill task. To address the problems of urban governance, infrastructure development and provision of basic services to the urban poor, the Government of India, under the able leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, launched a mission, Jawaharlal Nehru National Urban Renewal Mission, JNNURM, in the year 2005-2006.
Cities in India have experienced rapid growth, more particularly in the past 2 decades. The growth, though unplanned, is so massive that the task of urban governance has become very complex and daunting. Jawaharlal Nehru National Urban Renewal Mission, launched exactly 4 years ago, has made a historic difference to the direction of urban planning. All the projects worth rupees 1 lakh crore sanctioned and committed. However, the task of completing these projects remains, and what is more, we need to build on the reforms agenda and see that the urban governance in India becomes so good as to make our cities livable.
In India, about 25% of our urban population lives in slums or squatter settlements. In some cities, this population is as high as 60%. The mission provides housing and basic services for the urban poor by redevelopment of slums. The 7-point charter provides affordable housing, security of tenure, social security, education, health services, so that the poor can live in a decent way with respect and sense of participation.
The emphasis of the mission has been on basic infrastructure creation and further extending these facilities, with particular focus on extending these services to the urban poor. Today, cities are actively talking about and implementing schemes like 24/7 water supply, total garbage-free cities, total sanitation arrangements in the cities, better coverage of cities through drainage and extension of sewerage facilities, improved public transport through either bus rapid transit system or other improved modes and forms of public transport. The mission also has been facilitative in another important sense, in the sense that since our cities require huge resources, where can this come from? We did credit rating of cities, we looked at what other sources could become available, and thanks to the steps taken so far in bringing about changes at the urban level.
This ministry has sanctioned more than 1,300 projects with infrastructure and housing for over 14.5 lakh slum households. Already the mission has made considerable impact. States and cities are increasingly engaging with the restructuring of urban policy to redress the shortages of land and housing for the poor, and the creation of capacities for better municipal finances and governance that will make the benefits of the mission endure.
Provision of water supply is one of the key services focused under this mission. There is a water supply project being undertaken in every mission city, be it source augmentation, increasing pumping and storage capacity, or increasing the distribution network. Many cities are moving towards provision of 24/7 supply. For this, a number of steps are taken, such as reduction of unaccounted for water up to 15% and water audit and energy audit to monitor the water supply and plug leakages. Besides improving the supply in terms of quality and quantity, the ULBs are taking measures to ensure long-term financial sustainability through property tax reforms and cost recovery of services through levy of user charges. Improving sanitation and wastewater infrastructure is one of the thrust areas of JNNURM. Integrated infrastructure projects, including sewerage networks and sewage treatment plants, are being undertaken to provide safe sanitation facilities for all, including the urban poor. Besides provision of sewerage networks, cities are encouraged to reuse and recycle wastewater as a measure to conserve water. Segregation of waste at household level is being propagated to help recycle, treatment and safe disposal at engineered sanitary landfill sites to align focus on environment conservation. We have all experienced in the recent past the havoc created by floods. Hence, provision of stormwater drainage systems is an important element of urban infrastructure. Stormwater drains are being provided to connect to natural ecosystems and recharge groundwater. GOL recognizes that shelter is one of the basic needs, and therefore it is facilitating the process of providing subsidized housing for the economically weaker sections of the society, including basic amenities such as water supply and sanitation. This, along with the pro-poor reforms, are expected to improve the quality of life for the urban poor. The mission is encouraging the urban local bodies to undertake various initiatives under the reform agenda, such as implementation of e-governance for facilitating citizen interaction and improving compliance. Adoption of accrual-based double-entry accounting system will enable the assessment of the true financial health and cost of individual municipal services and facilitate integrated financial management for all urban service and governance functions. Significant progress has been made, but more needs to be done, and done quickly. For the success of the mission, it is very important that the reforms are implemented in letter and spirit to ensure the investment made under the mission is sustainable over the long run. The projects undertaken must be effective for the duration they are designed for. Local bodies need to strengthen their capacity to supervise projects and maintain the assets created for efficient service delivery.
पिछले 20 साल से नांदेड़ में रहता हूँ। इन कुछ सालों में जो कुछ भी नांदेड़ की तरक्की हुई है, जिसके लिए बहुत सारा बजट सेंटर से सैंक्शन हो गया है, उसकी वजह से नांदेड़ के सब रोड्स है, गुरुद्वारे का जो आसपास का परिसर है वो काफ़ी अच्छा हो गया है और ऐसे नांदेड़ का पहले का चेहरा और अब का चेहरे में काफ़ी फ़र्क महसूस हो रहा है।
My city, my pride.